Okay, I'm going to talk through some problems in review number 1 and review number 2. So I'll start in review number 1 here. And in problem number 2, we want the following, which expression has the greatest value. So you just have to evaluate A, B, and C and see which number is the largest. So let's do problem A, or option A. Negative 2 minus 3, that's negative 5. Negative 5 plus negative 4, that'd be negative 9, right? All the numbers in this list have a negative sign. That's negative, that's negative, that's negative. So same signs add and keep the sign. So option A is going to give us negative 9. What about option B? I see that I have negative 2 minus negative 3. I see a minus and negative, and I know that when subtracting a negative, I can say in my mind slash, slash, and those negatives become positives or plus signs. So that happens here and here as well. I subtract negative 4, so slash, slash. Okay, so what I actually have is negative 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, I know negative 2 plus 3 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. Okay, so option B is going to give us the value of 5. Finally, option C, 2 minus negative 3. I'm subtracting a negative, so slash, slash. And here as well, slash, slash. So this is actually 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. So these are the numbers I'm comparing. I'm comparing negative 9. I'm comparing 5. And I'm comparing 9. Which of those has the greatest value? Well, that would be 9, right? So I'm going to select option C. Number 4, which of the following has the same value as negative 10 plus negative 3? So here I am adding a negative. And if I add a negative or add the opposite, that is the same thing as subtraction. Okay, so if I were to add negative 10 plus negative 3, I would say same signs add and keep the sign, I would get negative 13. And option A is going to give me the same value. Negative 10 or 10 is negative, 3 is negative, same signs add and keep the sign. So adding a negative or adding the opposite is subtraction. That's what subtraction is. Subtraction is addition of the opposite. Number 5, the additive inverse. Remember, the additive inverse is what you can add to a number to get 0. So what's the additive inverse of negative 3? Which of these numbers can you add to negative 3 so that you get the result of 0? And number 7, you're depositing and writing checks. Remember, if you deposit money, money goes into your account, and that's represented with a positive number. And if you write a check, money is going out of your account, and so that's going to be a negative number, right? Money leaves your account. Number 8, a diver's elevation is negative 5 feet relative to sea level. So remember, sea level is at 0. Okay, and I have this vertical number line here, let's say. And there's sea level, there's 0. So if I'm a diver and I'm at negative 5 feet, obviously I'm below the water. So there's negative 5. That's where the diver is at. And we have this school of fish swimming at an elevation of negative 12. So negative 12 is, let's say, right here, 12 feet below the water. What is the difference in elevation between the diver and the school of fish? So how far is it from negative 5 to negative 12? Well, I would have to go up how many spaces on the number line? I would go up 7 spaces to get from negative 12 to negative 5. And so basically the diver and the school of fish are 7 feet apart. Number 9 is very similar. Okay, when dealing with temperature, I've always encouraged you to draw a vertical number line when dealing with temperature. And let's say this is 0 degrees. Vancouver is at negative 6. So here's negative 6 degrees. That's Vancouver. And Austin has a temperature of 10 degrees. So here's 10 degrees Celsius. Okay. And how many degrees warmer was the temperature in Austin? So if I'm here at negative 6, how far is it to 0? Well, it's 6 spaces, right? And then from 0 to 10 is 10 more spaces. So if I want to know the difference or how much warmer it is in Austin, I'd have to go 6 degrees up and then 10 more degrees up. And so 6 plus 10 is 16. It's 16 degrees warmer in Austin than it is in Vancouver. Number 10 here, I see here I'm subtracting a negative, so I can say slash slash. So if I rewrite this, it's going to be negative 2 plus 9 plus 20. If I wanted to, I can add my positives first. I have 9 positives and 20 positives to give me 29 positives, and I still have a negative 2 or a minus 2. I could put that over here. 29 minus 2 is 27. Okay. If I wrote negative 2 plus 29, that's the same exact thing. 29 minus 2 is the exact same thing as negative 2 plus 29. Here I would say different sign subtract, keep the big guy, and you would still get 27. Sum. What does sum mean? Sum is the answer to an addition problem. So you're adding these two negative numbers together. So you would add and keep the sign. Okay, number 14 here. Tamika is hiking with her friends. So she begins at an elevation of -1. So let's say here's 0. She begins at -1. There's where she begins. The highest elevation on the hiking path is 100 feet. So 100 feet, let's say that that's up here. What is the difference between the two locations? So how far is it from -1 to 100? Well, from -1 to 0, that's one space. And then how far is it from 0 to 100? Well, that's 100, right? So you have to go up 1 and then up 100 more. And so you're going up 101 feet. Okay, so these last two, I'll leave you to try those. And like the bottom note says, once you submit, you can view your score and click edit response to fix the ones that you missed. So that's chapter 1, review number 1. Now let's take a look at chapter 1, review number 2. Okay, so let's go over a few here. Which expression is equivalent to -6 minus -2? I'm subtracting a negative. And so I know that if I see subtract a negative, that's slash slash. Make those positives. Okay, number 2, very similar to the one we saw in review number 1. Find the value of A, B, and C, and then see which one's the greater value. Okay, let's do number 4 right here. What's the value of -4 plus 13 minus -25? I see right here I'm subtracting a negative, so I say slash slash, they become positives. So let's rewrite this as -4 plus 13 plus 25. Okay, let's add my positives. I got 13 positives and 25 positives. If I combine 13 and 25 or add 13 and 25 together, I would get 38, right? Okay, and then 38, I still have this -4 right here. 38 minus 4 would give me 34. Okay, or I could just go from left to right, like -4 plus 13 is 9, 9 plus 25 is 34. Okay, as long as I add correctly, I should get 34. Again, number 9, the sum is addition, answer to addition problem. And number 10, we saw similar to this on review number 1 on the hiking path. And so same thing here. Once you submit, view your score, and then click edit response to fix the ones that you missed.